Alright, so now let's check out some worded quadratic questions and how we apply our knowledge to different scenarios. So here we have been given an equation for the height of an object which has been thrown in the air, and the equation is minus 8t squared plus 128 times t, where t is the time in seconds and h is the height. Part A says, does the graph of the formula have a maximum or a minimum? And explain or show your reasoning. So there's quite an easy answer for this, and that's that we should know that for all normal quadratics where a is more than 0, our graph will look like this, like a U. But when a is less than 0, which it is here, it's actually an upside down U. So this is the case for all parabolas. So therefore, we're going to have a maximum point because a is less than 0. For part B, it says, what is the maximum height of the object and what time is this height reached? So by looking at this shape, we can see clearly that the maximum height is going to be at the very top of what we call the turning point. So we need to find essentially the h and the t coordinates of that turning point, because the h coordinate is going to give us the height and the t coordinate is going to give us the time that that height was reached. Okay, so the first thing that we need to find is the time that this occurs, and we can use our knowledge of the axis of symmetry to find that answer. So usually our axis of symmetry is found by x equals minus b divided by 2a. In this case, our x is actually going to become our t, alright? Because instead of the x-axis, we have t-axis, as time always goes on the horizontal axis, just like x would. So t equals minus b over 2a. We know that b equals this number here, which is 128, and a equals minus a. So t is going to equal 128 divided by, sorry, that should be 8, divided by 2 times negative 8. Okay, so that is going to give us 16. The negatives are going to cancel out because we've got a negative on the bottom and a negative on the top because we're going to go negative 128. So these two cancel out, leaving 128 divided by 16. Now we're going to use a little bit of maths. We should be getting 8 for that. Alright, so we know that the time that this occurs is at 8 seconds, but what about the height? Alright, so the way that we're going to be able to find this out is we essentially just sub 8 into the equation. So I'm going to need some more space, so I'm just going to move up in the top right hand corner. So if we sub 8 into the equation, we're going to go minus 8 times 8 squared plus 128 times 8. After putting this in your calculator, you should get 512. So therefore, the max height occurs at 512 meters after 8 seconds. Hope that helped.